Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The give to the tailback. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
On the play. Offense facing 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Florida's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the others.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Power football with the run. Find some room, and that's what you want to get away from the goal line. A 5-yard pickup out to the 6.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, that could have been disaster if he'd snagged that pick. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back. We're still looking for our first points of the game. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Works the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wiggins. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Can't get him to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Now on 2nd down. They'll run play action. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wiggins. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And the try is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Finds a little space. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Hurricanes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Right back to the well. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big 1st down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Inside the 30. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Here's a heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
And they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element always there, always in the backfield, making plays.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
Well, the upright playing the 12th man on defense, knocking that ball down. That looked like it had a chance to be good.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. He leaves it with his back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got his man quickly. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Makes the grab. There he goes. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Motion from the back. Off play action. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Complete to the left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll immediately call timeout.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Inside a minute to play in the half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break? Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense, got him at the 27. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Fires toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The pitch to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Tootin. Forced out of the pocket. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry game. Always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we got to...
Breaks into the open. Oh, what a caught. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that.
Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Using his legs, it's Wiggins. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year in college. I got hit multiple times by multiple.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Hurricanes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4-down territory. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll go to the counter. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Tight end now in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Tootin. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. The play action fake. He's going to run it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Tootin. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. From the shotgun, the inside give. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. On the move at the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Canes! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. Open spaces. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. From the gun. Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense gets set for second down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better...
Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wants to fire on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Tootin. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Canes are marching down the field. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Tootin. Oh, a lot of space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Bunch formation for these receivers. Hand off from the shotgun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Hinton.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Slithers into space. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
And this wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Canes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Rush is on him. He's taking a deep shot. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on.
Illegal forward pass.
You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 4th down, looking to pass. Here's the pressure. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two